Kayak safety, so this is the PFD I was talking about, so the buoyancy aid. If you fall into the water, you're going to want to stay on top of the water, not underneath the water. So that's essentially what the PFD does, which is this thing here. Most people are going to know what that is already, but yeah, making sure you're actually wearing it when you go out into the water is really important. As I've found a few times, I've fallen in plenty of times, so I can justify the need to wear one. It's nice to know you can climb back onto your kayak, you're not going to sink under the water. So yeah, number one thing is always going to be your PFD. Wear the right clothing, so mentioned that a minute ago about your dry clothing, so your waterproofs and your trousers and your boots. Really important. 9 times out of 10 you're going to go out, the weather's not going to be exactly how you imagine it to be, so make sure you've got the right clothes on. Pretty simple. Can you call for help? So it's, if you get into trouble, are you going to be able to, if you get separated from your boat, can you phone someone to come and help you? So VHF, picture of an ICOM here. ICOM's very good, very reliable. That's what I carry, and lots of other guys carry those as well. Or just a mobile phone in a dry bag, in your pocket, not in your boat. So if you get separated from your boat, you need something on you. So having it inside your hull in a Tupperware tub isn't really much good. So yeah, having something strapped to you that you can call for assistance is very important. More important, I would probably say, is not getting into that situation in the first place. So the way to do that is to plan your trip. So look at the tides and the weather. There's lots of places around here. I'm just thinking, sat quite close to one right now near Devil's Point. There's a real, in Plymouth, big tide rip there. You wouldn't really want to be going through there at low tide or on a spring tide. So there's little things like that. Lots of headlands, real strong tide rips, which you want to avoid. It's knowing where they are. So if you're going somewhere new, seek some local knowledge. So I can think of quite a few places where I've been caught out a few times because I've not sought local knowledge and have just gone out and done my thing, and yeah, found it's been a little bit tricky. So it's, yeah, definitely, if you're going somewhere new, speak to somebody who's fished it before and work out where to avoid. Practice self-rescue. Now, I do this quite a bit. Done it on pretty much every new kayak I've owned. Can you get back into it if you fall off? So
how easy is it to get back into a kayak?
Pretty easy, to be honest. Yeah, it's not too difficult. There's a bit of a technique to it. So I've been a free diver and spear fisherman, so getting on and off the kayak is quite easy for me. But when you're in all your gear, can be a bit harder with a PFD. It's easy, a lot easier than just a wetsuit when you're spearfishing, but with all your gear it can be a little bit tricky, so definitely practice it. There's a technique to it, and you don't want, if your boat's upside down, you need to flip your boat over, so there's a technique to it. Simon Everett, contributor for Saltwater Boat Angling, he does a course down in Plymouth and in Southampton, I believe. It's usually very popular when he does it, so definitely, I haven't done it personally, but from what I read online, it's a very popular course, so get in touch with Simon. He runs a few every year, so yeah, it's definitely worth practicing that. I mean, yeah, can't stress it enough. You can get back on top of your boat. It gives you a massive confidence boost when you're out as well, and it will make you want to push a bit harder and go to those places you wouldn't otherwise go to. If you know, if the worst comes to the worst, you can get back on. So yeah, definitely recommend that. And buddy up, so go with someone else. If you are new and you haven't got as much experience, or don't know where you're heading or what you're really doing, go with someone who does. Definitely important. And tell someone your plans. So I'm quite guilty of this. I go out at night sometimes on my own. So I make sure I tell someone at least I'm going out. That if I don't check in with them, raise the alarm. So yeah, tell someone your plans. It's really important.
So the RNLI have got stuff about kayak safety on their website as well, haven't they? I believe, is that right?
Sorry.
The RNLI, they have
yeah,
stuff about safety on their website. They're quite big on it. So if you need any further information, then you know, obviously contact them.
Yeah, well, that leads on very nicely to the next slide. So